Hi there, so I'm Max, Area Sales Manager for seca in Scandinavia. I want to show you a bit of our production, a bit of behind the scenes, and of course I want to showcase the seca 757 baby scale to you today. So just come in, follow me, we'll get moving. So here we have Miss Pesic. She's setting up our seca 757s here in this aisle. She's actually one of our longest members of the company. 43 years she's been with us. And now she's also been spending a few years now on the 757 solely, so that we have the highest know-how in here in this aisle for our high-class baby newborn scale. So now I will ask her if I can take this scale up to production to show you some more details. Dankeschön. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so here we are in one of seca's many showrooms. Here in the baby scale section, I brought this freshly produced seca 757 as I've shown you, and I'll get into why it is the perfect choice for any neonatal ward, any neonatal situation, whether it's standard newborn babies or your NICU setting. First and foremost, from the outside you can tell that it's pretty straightforward. It's a big tray where you can position the baby ergonomically and comfortable. It's tray shaped not only to hold this baby's position, but it also has side walls to protect the baby from falling or from tripping, whatever issue might arise. At the same time, it's tray shaped to contain any incidents that might happen so that you can easily wipe them off. Of course, I want to show you what's underneath. As you can tell, in here containing all the weighing electronics and the load cells would be a sheet metal base frame. This gives this scale extreme stability. Within this frame, apart from the electronics, we have included a battery pack so that you can use this scale mobile. And also we have the option to plug in an adapter so that you can either recharge this battery pack or just operate the scale connected to your standard wall plug if you're not using it in a mobile setting. We have in here, maybe you can see it from the side, 4 disc brakes, allowing you to stabilize this scale so you can just screw them up and set these, and then you have for the cupboard or the tray where you use the scale, you have the perfect bubble level position and you have it fixed. No matter how often you transported it, no matter how many shaky babies you wait on there, this scale will hold its position and you will always be meeting the required bubble level. But what's important about these would be this tiny seca typical feature that makes your daily lives a lot easier. Okay, seca 757 from the outside, but I guess what makes this thing beautiful, more beautiful than it actually looks, it's what's on the inside. So, class 3 scale, you know what that means. It means that it fulfills all the legal requirements to accuracy. But of course, since it's seca, we try to outrule these guidelines and be as accurate as can be. And I can show you how that works. What I have here would be a calibrated weight. These fulfill the necessary standards by law, and therefore you can tell that these 500 gram are actually 500 gram. So I will now add this to the scale, and you will see that the result will be at 500 grams exactly, no deviation. And if you want me to prove that it's also precise and not only accurate, I will set it to 0, put it on there again, and you can tell that we're back at 500 grams. So you can be sure that whether it's your first, your second, your third measurement with a neonatal and you want to check up, for example, its food intake, you can rely on the results that this scale gives. If we're talking precision and accuracy, look at this. I also brought a 2 gram weight, and I'll position that one out here on the rim of the scale. This is not actually where you would position a baby, but sometimes where his fingers might be or his tiny toes. So even if the baby's moving, you will find that the display shows 502 grams since this whole tray area is weighing sensitive. So, to showcase you our damping function, I brought this little childhood toy with me, you know, a pull-up teeth. And to show you that we can actually weigh moving items, so for example moving babies, I brought these teeth, and you will see now beforehand that these weigh an actual 12 gram. So whenever you have a moving baby, crying baby, cheeky baby, you can weigh these accurately with our improved damping function, which means that even though you position a moving baby on this scale, the scale will find within seconds an accurate result for you to monitor the baby properly. So now I'll showcase it to you. The scale is switched on. I'll place our 500 gram weight on the scale, and at the same time these teeth where you saw how much they weighed. And there we go. Did you hear the beeping sound? With that, within, I don't know, let's say a maximum of 2 seconds, the scale found an accurate weight of 512 grams. So 500 gram and 1 calibration weight, plus the 12 grams that I showed you earlier, which these teeth weigh. One thing I want to mention is that out of those 4.86 million babies that were born in the EU just in 2019, unfortunately 9% of these are born preterm, means that they were born before week 37 of pregnancy. 9%, that's an average of up to 500,000 babies a year that need special care, special attention by any nurses, and also special monitoring by any nursing staff, because these babies born prematurely would require special attention to ensure perfect growth and health. For this also our seca 757 comes into play. Not only is it accurate to the point and off to the gram, but also it has a very fine 2 gram graduation, which means that you can see on the display all weights that we are displaying at a fineness of 2 gram, so that we are as close as possible to the actual accurate weight. Furthermore, to get the attention of newborn babies in the NICU unit, where they would go if born below 2,500 gram, we have some small features in here that allow any nursing staff to operate within this special environment. We do have a tear setting, of course, because it allows, if you use a paper sheet for single use, to have every new weighing process cleanly and hygienically. Then you can just put this 2 gram sheet of paper on there, tear the scale and set it to 0 before you weigh the baby. Easily done by the press of a button and perfectly fits into your daily use case. I will just show you why I ask you to tear the scale if you use some paper, which will basically show you how sensitive the scale is. I will pretend that I'm making a bit of wind on here, and you will see that this wind actually has an impact on the weight displayed. So we actually had the use case where a customer would complain that this scale wouldn't find the perfect weight, but it was actually that it was positioned under an air vent, which was constantly blowing air onto the scale, which made it go crazy. But just so now you can see that even if you weigh a premature born that is very tiny, the lightest born baby was 226 grams, that you can weigh these exactly and accurately. Most NICUs usually operate with dimmed lights or passive lighting. Sometimes it's even a bit darker, because babies not only need to grow, they also need proper sleep. And of course, we don't want to hurt any baby's eyes if they are underdeveloped. So to do this and to help nurses get along with this setting, we have a display which is not only hidden in the case so that we can cut out any direct lighting shining from the display into the baby's eyes, but we also have a dimmable display allowing for two different sets of lighting intensities or brightness levels, while at the same point, of course, allowing to be switched off totally so that you can operate it in the dark mode, which in a dimmed setting is not perfect for the nurse to read off. So I hope you got a good impression of what we do here at seca in our headquarters in Hamburg, and of course of the 757 baby scale. If you should have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, either through our website seca.com or just go into the comment section and leave some notes for us. Thank you for now, for the visit and for checking in. See you next time. Bye bye.